Hello, everyone. It's Travis Ventrella. Today on Young Wild Lifestyle, we are interviewing Kenya Alu. We will be discussing some very interesting points that are currently captivating the minds of our fellow young generation. Hello, Kenya. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Travis. How are you?
Everything's going great. So tell me, our viewers really want to know how to be successful and live a fulfilling, exciting, wild lifestyle. So, what is your passion?
First, thank you for having me on. I'm honored and excited to be here with you. I'd have to say, my passion is I feel like we were all born to be free, and that encompasses a lot of different things. But in the entrepreneurial space, it means we weren't meant to be put in a box and structured to do a certain thing at a certain time, and your break is at this time, and your lunch is at this time, and that's really what society is bringing people up to learn. So my passion is to live in freedom and help other people do the same. And that freedom is not just time freedom, but it's also financial freedom.
Absolutely. So, how exactly does this reflect in your business?
Well, I'm a very busy person. I like to be busy. When I'm not busy, I'm not in my element. So I do a few things. I homeschool my kids, and I also run a few different companies with my husband. So we're very busy people. However, every company that we are a part of, that we are running, that we own, we can do from anywhere. Um, that even includes we run a real estate company as
Hmm.
well. And my husband has poured so much into the people that work with him that he doesn't even have to be there. He can run it by the phone and the internet, and that's what we run, how we run our other businesses. So we're about to move to Fort Worth,
Hmm.
and because I homeschool, that gives us a whole other level of freedom where I don't have to live our life by anybody else's schedules. So we will be, back and forth. We're going to take a historical road trip for the kids. I can take out my computer, get a hot Wi-Fi spot, and run my business literally online. I think this day and age, we have amazing opportunities that they didn't have back 20 years ago. And I come from a very long line of entrepreneurs.
Hmm.
So even if we didn't have the internet, I don't I would not be fulfilled working for someone else. I would still want to be the one
Absolutely.
doing the hiring. Um, but in this century, now we have such a great opportunity because we don't have to be confined by four walls. So,
Right. Now, a lot of people, especially for the young generation who are watching this right now, a lot of them think that when it comes to an internet business or to the real estate business, you said your husband's actually able to run it by phone or the internet. A lot of people they have this vision that you work in an office with four doors. Now, I know you're saying you're about to move and you're going to go on a historical route and you could bring your laptop in the car. What are some other places you could run your business? I mean, I know you could run it anywhere, but for the viewers out there, just give them a general idea of where they could run their business and, what that lifestyle entails.
anywhere that you can get an internet signal, which is pretty much everywhere, you can run your business. You can run it from a McDonald's if that's what you choose. You can run it from Switzerland. You can run it from China. You can run it from Japan. You can run it from a beach somewhere. I mean, really, There is just so much that you can do. Now, are you working? Absolutely. I'm not talking about careless and just running around. You're actually still putting in time into your business to make it work. I would never tell somebody that they didn't have to do that. But the freedom part is that you can do it from wherever you want. You can drive. You can just do it in the United States. You can go overseas. You can do it anywhere. It's just a matter of uh, I mean, we have Skype, we have email, we have
Right.
uh, we have Facebook. I mean, there are so many different venues in which you are able to communicate with the people you need to communicate with about your business.
Right. Now, there's a young person out there right now saying, wow, this sounds good. They're probably thinking to themselves right now, if you're actually currently watching this, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, well, how do I get started? So, Kenya Lou, you're very successful and you made a lot of income on the internet, you and your husband. What piece of wisdom could you give to the young guy out there or the young girl out there on, whereas they could get started on this journey to freedom?
Sure. I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they join a company is they think, well, I'm just going to go all in and I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to make this work. And they take away the very thing that could be funding their entrepreneurial um, ventures. And a job is not a curse. If your desire is to become an entrepreneur and own your own business, a job is a blessing because you can use that to fund it. You can use that to, especially you young people. I'm going to talk specifically to you young people because that's your audience and that's who you're asking me about. You guys have like the whole world ahead of you. Most of you don't have any debt yet, hopefully. Hopefully don't get it. Most of you don't have a whole most of you don't have a whole lot of responsibility, which is very important. And you have just like this whole wide open space. So I would say get a part-time job while you're still living at home with your parents. Get a job and save that money so that you can invest into something so that you will have a full-time income by the time you graduate high school or in your early college years if you decide to go to college, and go that route. But don't be foolish and you have $0 in the bank, but you're not going to get a job, or you're not going to quit, or you're not going to keep your job because you're on fire and you want to just go and build this business. It takes money to build a business. So it's a very wise thing to get that job at Starbucks or get that job at a restaurant waiting tables or whatever.
So what you're saying is, for the young people out there, what they should do is get a part-time job, put their money away, and then that's when they'll be able to invest in a business. Now, I mean, this I'm going to pop an interesting question about how much money do you think they should put away for a business, for, just a small startup business on the internet?
A small startup business, I think you're good with and I'm not saying that you need a ton of money, and I'm not saying to save thousands of dollars. But you can start off, for example, the e-commerce business that I'm a part of. I tell people to get a good start, a couple $100 will get you a good start and will give you the opportunity to grow your income very quickly.
Absolutely. Awesome.
A couple $100.
That's it, guys. A couple $100. Kenya said it herself. Now, here's for the ultimate question. There's a lot of people right now in the outdated educational system. Now, my belief is it's very outdated, and there's a lot of research and, entrepreneurs who agree with that statement. So what I want to ask you is, does the world need more teens going to college or more teens trying to start successful businesses?
I love this question. Um, Let me give you a little background. I'm a registered nurse by trade. I have my bachelor's degree, bachelor's of nursing, bachelor's
Mhm.
degree of science in nursing, sorry. And I no longer practice. I haven't practiced for years. I have not wanted to practice for a very long time because it was very limiting. Now, I was a single mom for a long time too, and during that time, I told my daughter, after high school, you go to college, and that's just what you do. And I was raised that way, and that's how I raised her. Well, as she got closer to that time period of going to college, my mindset had changed just from life experience and who I was spending my time with and that sort of thing. And what happened was, well, her mindset was already I had already brainwashed her in the other direction. So she was like, I gotta go to college. Well, what do you want to do? I don't know what I want to do. Well, we're going to spend all this money on a college education. And I had promised her for years that I would pay for her college. So, we did it because I made that promise a long time ago. But the bottom line is, I really did her a disservice because if you look at people with very successful businesses and the college system, I'm going to step on toes here. The college system and the high school system and the elementary school system, I mean, all of it, all of our education system, like you said, it's messed up, it's broken. And I'm not telling anyone to drop out of high school, so don't ever say that that's what I said, because I'm not telling you that. You got to finish high school.
Absolutely.
College, uh, it's like going to be the next bubble that bursts. Like the real estate bubble burst. Now this is going to be the next bubble that bursts. It's just like a scam, a huge scam that they're taking all your money. And guess what? You're going to be lucky if you can get an entry level position for 50,000 a year. Lucky. And if you self-educate, if you find what you're passionate about and you self-educate and you decide, okay, I'm going to read this book. You've got to read. You've got to read books to educate yourself in the fields that you want to go into. Small business, in e-commerce, whatever it is. Now, I'm not talking about those of you who want to be doctors or nurses or medical profession or attorneys. Or those are different. That is something you have to go to. You got to go do that. But if you want to build a business, don't go get a business degree. Don't go waste all that money. Take that money and that time that you'd have wasted and put it towards good use and start building a business and learn from other people and read books. Educate yourself. So I guess my answer is I think college is a huge waste of money for most people.
I have to agree with you on that. Now, based on that, based off of what you said, as far as, you know, business goes, someone might be listening to this right now and say, okay, I do want to get into business. Can you touch a little bit more? I found it interesting that you said they don't need a business degree. Why might they not need a business degree if they want to get started in a business, from your perspective?
Well, most people who teach business don't own a business. They're teaching, they're not doing. And that's not real life experience. If you go out and you start something small and you grow, you're going to fall, you're going to mess up, you're going to learn from those mistakes, you're going to lose money sometimes, maybe you're going to make money, and you're going to be building a very solid business. But the key is finding a mentor. Okay, you have to find a mentor who's done it before, who you can bounce ideas off of, who you can learn from. But yeah, if you are in a place where you want to start a business and you're in business school, you're getting your bachelor's degree in business, marketing, or
Mhm.
whatever. I'm not saying there is no value at all, but it's not the amount of value that you are paying for it, number one, and it's not the amount of value that you could get on your own with a network of people with some books free at the library. So it's
Oh,
just, gosh, it just kills me when these kids come out of college with student loans and they've got to pay these loans now, and they're getting an entry level position. They don't have a clue how to start a business, even though they went to business school. It You're going to learn by doing and taking some little risks with the
absolutely.
right mentorship.
Love it, love it. Now, now moving on, just to quickly recap is that, if you're watching this right now and you're a teenager, that's our audience right now, you know, just really following that and, you know, taking that piece of advice that Kenya has given so far. It's very important that you apply it and you kind of find out what your passion is and you kind of, you know, create your own future. Don't let other people create your future. Now, Kenya, another question for you in the business aspect is, what is the most exciting thing you have done because of your business?
Oh, wow. Um,
Or where is the
the
most
most,
exciting place your business has taken you?
oh, sorry, I lost your volume.
Ah, all right. So, where is the most exciting place your business has taken you? Can you hear me?
Wealthy people, because it's not that they're wealthy that made it so special, but just some very in, men and women with integrity that are living a lifestyle that most entrepreneurs aspire to. And what else is exciting? See, I'm such
Just
a,
just to
I love,
interrupt real quick, I don't know what happened to the call. I don't know who lost the connection, but can you repeat can you repeat your answer to that question? I don't know if our viewers got that, and I'll be able to edit this out.
yeah, there's a little funny sound issue we're having here, or internet connection issue, but I basically, we were able to go on a family vacation to the beach for over a week, paid 100% cash, didn't worry about it, didn't have to ask a boss for time off, didn't have
Hmm.
to, do any of that, just did what we wanted to do. And we do that a lot. I mean, I probably travel um, every couple months, I'm going somewhere. Usually it's to develop myself personally, but I always add some fun in there too. Um, I, we have gone to LA, Pittsburgh, I mean, mostly the US because that's where my business is based right now.
Hmm.
But I have the flexibility and the opportunity to go visit whoever I want whenever I want. And I'm a big relationship person, so I love, like, my daughter's in College Station. I can go there. I can we're moving because I don't have to. People always ask me this. Oh, you're moving? Well, is your job taking you there? No, I work from home. I have my own business. I can pretty much work wherever I want. So and they look at me like, well, is your husband, they say this, is your husband's job taking you there? No, he can work from wherever too. We just want to move. And they just look at you very puzzled, like, wait, you can just move because you want to? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that I have to say right now is the most exciting thing for me, just to be able to pick up and move to the place that I have wanted to live forever.
That's so awesome. I
It
mean,
might not be exciting
it's
for you
it's
young,
really
but
sad though, the fact that they say 3% of of 97%, or 3% of the entire world make up 97% of all the income, all the money. So it's really sad that there's 97% of people who just don't know of their full potential, and teachers and so-called instructors are taking it away. It's just really sad.
yeah, they're programming our kids to believe that this is how you do it. You do this, you get a job, 401k, pension plan, that all those things. Um, and they're stripping people of their freedom, and it is very sad. Now, the one thing that you have to have, um, because you'll fail if you don't, is you have to be consistent, and you have to be disciplined in building your business. It's not just, I mean, I know you, Travis, you work hard at your business. I mean, you work hard, you're disciplined, you are developing yourself personally all the time, and that is what is attributing to your success. And people think, oh, yeah, young, wild lifestyle, that just means I get to have fun all the time. But let's ask you, is it just about having fun all the time, or are you working too, which is fun?
Yeah,
But
absolutely. I mean, it's funny. A lot of people, it's kind of crazy. You're not just gonna come into something and get to have fun all the time. It takes work. It takes dedication up front. I'll tell you right now, for me, I had to grind. I had to hustle in my business to get results, to get to the current stage I am at, and starting to be able to have that freedom as to where the income is coming in on a consistent basis, and I'm able to travel or go places and take family out to dinner and take friends out to dinner. So what I have to really say to that is it ultimately comes down to this. An entrepreneur is someone who spends 1 year doing what no one else wants to do so they can spend the rest of their life doing what other people can't do. So you're going to spend some time grinding on your business, but I'm telling you right now, it's going to pay off. And like Kenya said, I mean, Kenya, you're saying just before how people looked at you as if your job was taking you somewhere, and you're able to say, no, I work from home. They're like, all right, well, I don't think you can make income from home. That's going on in their head. And then so they pop you the next question. Is your husband's job taking you there, and you both work from home? So it's just crazy. I mean, really, you're grinding up front, but you're able to just do so much more, and get so much more out of life.
and
So it's absolutely
I can grind while I'm having fun too.
absolutely
You
absolutely
know,
that too.
it's work, but it's fun. And I was explaining to my son tonight at dinner. This is interesting. Um, my husband's job is with our homeschooling is to teach the kids Italian, because he's Italian and he speaks it. And I said, when are you going to do your Italian lessons? And my son Luca he said, well, Daddy leaves for work, so we don't, he doesn't have time to do the Italian lessons. And I said, oh, I go, hold on. I go, you don't understand. You've never experienced this, Luca. I said, but most families, their mom and dad leave for work 7 o'clock in the morning, and they don't see their mom and dad again until like 5 or 6 o'clock at night. I said, But you don't understand that. See, my son has never experienced that. He's always had us home. When he says daddy leaves for work, my husband has an office here where his employees work out of, and he's there a few hours a day. You know, he can come and go as he wants. But to my son, see, he doesn't know any different. And I want him to know different. I want him to understand that we live an exceptional lifestyle, and this is the lifestyle he should aspire to. And we are instilling entrepreneurialism into our children because we believe that's what this country was founded on. And I mean, that's what has made our country what it is. And the
Absolutely.
government and everything is just tearing that down in people so that they can have more control, really, I believe. But anyway, that's a whole other topic.
Kenya Lou, I mean, I'm so thankful to have you on this show, you know, and having you giving wisdom to all these young people out there who are looking forward to starting a business. So there you have it, everyone, an exclusive interview with our famous Kenya Lou, brought to you by Young Wild Lifestyle, a blog with movement.